Hi guys, I'll give you a quick demonstration on how to use the van. We'll start with the electrics first. So up here you've got your control panel. Now this is where all your fuses are for all the individual items like the pump, the lights and the auxiliary. The auxiliary will probably be linked to these USB and the 12-volt cigarette lighter what you got down here. So you can see the battery gauge is green, which tells you battery is good. At the moment everything is actually on because it's switched down to the van, so you can see the USB is on there. Switch off into the middle, the battery gauge goes off the scale, and then all your power's off. So all your 12-volt power now, nothing's going to work, your lights aren't going to work, everything's off basically. So it's a bit of a master switch, so you can prolong the battery life. So to switch it back on, switch it down to van, and you see the gauge comes back up. Your master switch for your lights, and then you've got your aux switch there as well. So that's back on. These won't work at the minute because we haven't got the hookup plugged in, but I'll show you how to do that shortly. So up here, you've got your light. There's a switch on the end. Up the front here, you've got two lights as well. There's a switch on the back. Press that once, and then twice for a mood light, 3 times for off. This one's exactly the same. Once for on, 2 for a mood light, and 3 for off. These lights are the same. They've got a little mood light on them as well. So they've got on, blue mood light, and off as well. So these lights here, these are linked to your vehicle battery. So if you've got the door open for a long period of time, just switch those off, and that's indicated by the 0 there. So in the middle's off the doors, that's off, and this way is on permanently. But if you do leave those on, that will flatten your battery, your vehicle battery. So just be aware of that. So your fridge, that runs off the 12-volt, so you don't need to plug into the mains for that. It's got a gauge up here, so the light's always on, but this is currently off. Then you'll just turn the dial around to however cold you want the fridge to be. And you can leave those just ajar whilst it's in storage to stop them going mouldy and stuff like that. So that's the best thing to do with those. The ignition on the gas, that's piezo ignition, so it doesn't really matter. You don't have to have the electric on to use these, they'll spark anyway. So, and then you've got your tap there. That's just a micro switch. Pull it up. Well, you've got to switch your pump on first. So pull that up, and then you can hear the pump running. Don't run it dry for too long, as it will wreck the pump itself. Your hookup, that's here. Undo that. Plug your sight lead into there, and then this will enable you to use the 3-pin sockets, which are here. So if there's ever any issues with your 240 side of things, like your 12-volt side of things, you've got the fuses up there. For the 240 side of things, you've got your main circuit breaker in there, and then you've also got an access point to your battery and stuff in there as well. So if you ever need to access the leisure battery and the battery charger, that's all in there. So once you're plugged into hookup, that will actually work. That'll actually keep your battery topped up as well. So when you get into a campsite, it's a good idea just to plug that in if you've got that facility there as well. In this compartment at the back, you've got your gas. There's a little regulator on the top there. There's a little plus and minus on the top. You screw it outwards to turn the gas on, and you screw it clockwise to turn it off. So we'll turn it on now, and I can show you I can just show you how it all works. Once the gas is on, you'll just push it down just like you would at home. I'll just get this set 1 second. Sometimes there's a bit of air, like there was then, in the pipe, so just give that a little bit of time to come out. And you can see it's all fired up there. As it tells you on here, make sure you don't put them down with that on, as it will smash the glass. So just turn that off and you'll feel it click back up. Same on this side. You just push it down to put the gas on, and then just press the igniter. You've also got your water tank in here. This will slide out. Just remove this pump, and then you can fill this up at the campsite, then just pop the submersible pump back in there, and away you go. For your wastewater, there's an outlet here, so you just pop that out, and then you can pop a bit of this pipe onto it, and then that'll go into your catch tank. What you've got up here. Right, if you need to change your wheel, the jack's there, and then your spare wheel's underneath. You just remove these 2 bolts, the cradle drops down, then you can pull your spare wheel out. When you are shutting the back doors, make sure you shut the right hand doors first. That sounds simple, but you will catch the spoil if you shut it the other way around. You've got a tail bar at the back there. Just remove this cover and plug your electrics into there. That's your reversing camera. Just makes that, if there's ever any dirt on there, it'll just come up a bit mucky on the screen, so just give that a wipe. Your awning rail, so if you do decide to buy a driveway awning, your K-door strips goes into here, slides across all the way down, and then it connects into there. And this allows your driveway awning strip to be go onto the side of the van. And this little spoiler here that just takes the rain away, so it doesn't come into the awning, into the living area effectively. Put your table up. There's a little arrow here. You just pull the leg to one side, and that'll click into place. You've got 2 little hooks that go onto the rail. They've got a little locking pin in there, so that secures the table. So put it up this way, pop it onto there, press it down, then put the latches in, and that'll just stop it popping off the rail. Let's put it away. It's a reverse what we've just done. Go still way down here. There's a little bit of a strap there to keep it in place. Some storage under the front seat. Just pull it up at the front and fold it over. You've got a nice bit of storage in there. This seat also folds forward. Just pull that and push it down. Gives you a bit more room. To put it back up, just grab the seat, pull it back up. And I'll show you how to do the swivel seat now. So undo these two at the back. Pull them out. There's a little keyway. Then do them a half turn there, just so they don't fall back in. Same with the 2 at the front. You need to move this mat out of the way to let the seat swivel around as well, so just fold that over out of the way. We'll undo the 2 at the front. Half turn again. Push it back forward again. Then you can put your handbrake back on. Turn the house on, switch off. That's it. So to undo the elevating roof, there's 2 straps up here. Just press that pull it through, just about there, that'll do. Same on this side. And just make sure there's a door or window open and push the roof up. To push the bed up, just come in here, give it a push on that hinge, and that'll pop the bed up. On the side you've got vents with the fly net. There's another ventilation at the top, you can pull that off. And there's a window at the front. So when you're pulling the roof down, you need to pull this bed back down by just grabbing the front, getting hold of the handles, pulling it into about head height, and then just making sure the canvas is in from the sides so it doesn't get trapped in the hinges. Pull the roof down, pull the canvas in, and then just pull it all the way down. Push the canvas so it's out of the way of the straps and the lights. Then just push the lever again. Lever it right down so it's nice and tight. Just give it a check, make sure that it's nice and tight, tidy your straps up, and then just check around the outside of the roof so there's no canvas sticking out the side, and the seals round down onto the roof. So the bed's on a sliding mechanism. You just pull this handle here, pull it forward, and you can also slide it back. To make the bed, it has to come out a little bit. Pull this lever on the side, you need to pull that up, put your hand down the back, flip the cushion over, and then release the handle. That's self-supporting now. So you pull this bar in the middle, upright cushion comes down, push that into place. And to move the back cushion, push the handle down, and you can set that everywhere. So if you want to recline, you can leave it like that and you can sit up and read, or you can lay it flat if you want to go to sleep. Same with this end, if you want to recline it, you can sit up and that will support your weight there. So to put it back up, it's just a reverse of what we've just done. Grab the handles, push it up, that'll lock into place. Pull this handle up, pull that back down. The rear cushion can be stored in a number of ways. You can push the handle down to store it like this, so you can pop stuff on the top and put some bits underneath. I find it quite helpful to put the boxes underneath and put the bed in on the top. If you do need to store any big things like chairs, you can push the cushion all the way up. To put the double swivel seat back round, just to repeat what you do to swivel it. So you get these, you're looking to put that bolt into that hole there. You want to get it somewhere near, and then drop it out the locator. Give it a wiggle so it's sitting about square. Do the same with this one, and I'll just start these a little bit. Start that one a little bit, then go to the front. Drop those off the locators. Just start it gently. Same on this one. Once you've got them all started, you can tighten them up. Make sure these are really tight. tighten those, just double check the front ones. That's all tight and ready to travel now. In the sliding window, push this button in there, pull it across, push it back in, and just latch it into place. Just check it's secure. You ever need to turn the passenger airbag off, there's a little key slot in there. Click that. To fill your diesel up, it's in here. Just undo this. It pops out there. Click it back on, and then put that to. You will have to undo the door to get this open, because this little tab there. To release the bonnet pulls down here, pull that towards you, and then in the middle of the VW badge there's a handle. Just give that a quick pull, flip it up, and you're in your bonnet. You've got your battery there, that's your vehicle battery, coolant, screen wash, oil fill, dipstick, power steering fluid, and brake fluid. Just give it a good slam to shut it. Just check it. That's done. Okay, in the car, you've got your side lights, headlights, and your levelling. Window wipers on the right hand side. Pull it down once, up for intermittent, one for low speed, then high speed. And you can set the intermittent with this button here as well. Trip resets there, and if you need to adjust the clock, it's on this side. Fan, heat, and then the heat direction on here. Traction control buttons there, indicator on this side, and your light flash that side as well. Hazard lights, and your cup holder with a 12-volt cigarette lighter there. That runs off your vehicle battery, so don't leave anything plugged into that. Glove box, you can lock it using the key. Pull that up. You've also got a auxiliary input USB for your stereo. Not sure how well you can see the stereo here, but on your radio you've got obviously all your preset buttons down here. That skips to whichever one you want to see. Menu takes you back to the main menu. Then you've got your nav on the side there, so that brings up your navigation. It takes a little while to load. So you go for destination, you can search it in the normal way there, find address, Google search, and then just go through like you normally would on there. You can play DVDs, and then you've got your Bluetooth as well. Nice Country Gold CD you got in there. Bluetooth, you can connect your phone up there, just do a search and it should pop up with your phone, and then just add it onto the system. That should sync all your contacts and put all your audio through the speakers. If you do need to use find a fuse box for anything on the vehicle, you can always give me a call, but there is a fuse box down there. So I know you reversed it the other day, but to reverse it, you pull up this little tab, up and left, and then that's into reverse. That'll then also trigger your reversing camera, so you can see what's behind you. Quite helpful when you're backing up onto the campsite. I think everything else is quite self-explanatory, but if you do need anything, you can always give me a call. Yeah, enjoy it. Thank you very much.